In 2016, a Japanese cell biologist won the Nobel Prize in medicine. His name was Yoshinori Ohsumi, and what he discovered wasn't a new drug or a new surgery. It was something your body already does, something it has always done. It just needs the right trigger. The process is called autophagy. It means literally self-eating, and it is one of the most powerful survival and repair mechanisms in the human body. The trigger, the thing that switches it on, is not a pill. It is not a supplement. It is simply not eating for long enough. In this video, we are going to walk through exactly what happens inside your body, hour by hour, from your last meal to the 16-hour mark. What changes, what activates, and what it means for how long you live. Let's start at hour 0, your last meal. For the first 4 hours, your body is doing what it always does after eating: digesting, breaking down carbohydrates into glucose, releasing insulin to move that glucose into your cells. Blood sugar rises, then falls. Your body is in fed mode. Hour 4. Digestion is largely complete. Your blood sugar has stabilized, and now your body turns to its backup fuel supply. That backup supply is glycogen, glucose stored in your liver and muscles. Think of it as your body's short-term battery. It holds roughly 8 to 12 hours of energy in reserve, and between hours 4 and 12, your body is drawing it down. As glycogen depletes, something important begins to shift. Insulin levels drop, and when insulin drops, another hormone rises: glucagon. Glucagon signals the body to begin releasing stored fat as fuel. This is the metabolic shift that intermittent fasting is built around. By hour 8, your body is meaningfully supplementing glucose with fat for fuel. You are, in a measurable biological sense, burning fat. Hour 12. This is where everything changes. Your glycogen stores are now significantly depleted. Insulin is low, fat burning is well underway, and now, for the first time in your fast, your cells begin to sense a scarcity of nutrients. And they respond to that scarcity with something extraordinary. They begin to eat themselves. Autophagy is cellular housekeeping. Your cells identify their own damaged components, misfolded proteins, worn-out organelles, cellular debris, and they package that material up and break it down for recycling. Think of it as a garbage collection and recycling system built into every cell in your body. When nutrients are abundant, it runs at a minimum. When nutrients are scarce, when you fast, it runs at full capacity. And here is why Yoshinori Ohsumi won the Nobel Prize. Before his work in the 1990s, scientists knew autophagy existed, but no one understood how it worked at the molecular level. Ohsumi identified the genes that control it. He mapped the mechanism. He made it possible to study, and one day, to target with medicine. By hour 16, research shows autophagy has extended from localized cellular activity to a system-wide process, operating across tissues and organs throughout the body. In 2024, researchers at the Institut Pasteur uncovered the precise molecular mechanism by which hungry cells initiate autophagy. They produce specialized protein containers, shaped like cups, that collect and package the cellular waste. The detail of the mechanism is extraordinary. The implications are enormous, because what autophagy clears, among other things, are the same toxic protein aggregates linked to Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease, the same cellular damage associated with aging and cancer. Autophagy is not just housekeeping. It is, potentially, one of the body's primary defenses against the diseases of aging. Here is where the science meets real human lives. Ikaria, Greece is one of the world's 5 blue zones, a region where people routinely live past 90 and 100 with dramatically lower rates of disease. Researchers have studied Ikaria extensively, and one of its most distinctive characteristics is this. The residents fast approximately 150 days per year as part of their Greek Orthodox religious calendar. Near zero rates of dementia. Some of the lowest rates of cardiovascular disease in the world. A culture that has been practicing intermittent fasting for centuries long before the science existed to explain why it works. And in 2021, a landmark study published in Nature confirmed what those Icarian lives suggest: that circadian, time-restricted fasting, eating within a consistent daily window, drives autophagy in ways that measurably extend lifespan in animal models. The science and the lived human evidence are pointing in the same direction. So, how do you actually use this? The simplest possible version of a 16-hour fast requires no planning, no special food, and no dramatic lifestyle change. Stop eating at 8 in the evening, have breakfast, or your first meal, at noon the following day. That is 16 hours. Most of it happens while you sleep. Water, black coffee, and plain tea do not break the fast. They do not trigger insulin or interrupt autophagy. So your morning routine stays intact. A few important cautions. Intermittent fasting is not appropriate for everyone. If you are pregnant, have a history of eating disorders, are diabetic, or are on medication that requires food, speak to your doctor before changing your eating patterns. This is information, not prescription. For everyone else, what you now understand is that the window between your last meal and your first is not empty time. It is one of the most biologically active periods of your day. Your cells are cleaning house, recycling damage, protecting you against the diseases that end lives early. The Nobel Prize Committee recognized this science in 2016. The Blue Zone communities have been living it for centuries. Now you know why. If this video changed how you think about the time between your meals, share it. Most people have never heard of autophagy. Most people don't know a Nobel Prize was awarded for understanding it. That's exactly what this channel is for. Next week, we go to the 5 places on Earth where people live longest, and we ask a simple question: what do they actually eat? The answer might surprise you. I'll see you there.